begin, I'd like to thank the judges and the event organizers for providing me with this opportunity to stand up here today. And of course, a big shout out to my parents, who are the reason I love reading and everything that comes with it. So I'm not going to lie, I did finish writing this speech just this morning, and part of me had a really hard time encapsulating this entire experience into a short 2 to 3 minute speech. And so if you didn't know, I wrote my book on a historical fiction YA novel called The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Bradley. And it's one of my childhood favorites that I happened to read at least 5 times in the span of 17 years. And I think one of the most significant and unique thing about this book is its title. Because as we all know, war is known for destroying lives and not saving. But from the story and the main character, you'll find his idea to be incredibly valid and true. So the main character of this story, her name is Ada Smith, and through World War II, she was forced to relocate to a foster home, away from a very abusive mother who looked down on her for her disabilities. And I wanted to share a line that I wrote in my report, which says, "She may have lost her first home, but it brought her a life of freedom where she can roam free, a life undefined by the uniqueness of her foot, a life far above the chaos and misery, and a life worth living." So oftentimes when we're in a dark place, we tell ourselves that it could be the end and believe that nothing can change the current situation. But it was through this book that taught me otherwise. I learned that it is those times when you feel at your worst, when you see what truly matters. It's not the materialistic things, but rather the courage to venture out and then the freedom to become your own person and the acceptance of the love that you are given. As a teenager reading this book again, I understood the deeper meaning behind this book that I never realized as a child. It ultimately connected me with the characters and situations that didn't really stand out to me when I was 10. I can better relate to the characters who suffered from different hardships far from our understanding and teaching me lessons I could never learn in a classroom. It was through this rare opportunity that I realized that what makes a good book. It's books that allow you to connect to characters in the story and escape into a miniature world of absolute imagination that can most definitely become a guide for your own life. Even though the language and style is incredibly simple, obviously made for children far younger than my age currently, The War That Saved My Life somehow still touched my heart in every way possible. It's how I could relate to a 12-year-old child through her hardship, learning from her bravery and perseverance that pushed her to a better life, and thus an inspiration for mine. Once again, thank you to Bookman and fellow judges for this amazing opportunity, and I hope you all find as much joy in reading as I do.